Hey guys, William here with a brand new exciting video for you in World War II. Last week we got the War Machine DLC, and people expected it to launch with 5 brand new weapons. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case, but this week we finally have all 5, plus the addition of a new bat melee weapon. We don't have the hard stats for these yet, but they should be out sometime soon. I do have my initial impressions and best class setups. This video in particular will be about the ITR or ITRA Burst. This is the first and only burst weapon we have in the game, and my initial impressions are that this is a god tier rifle. It's a 4-round burst with a 32-round magazine or a 48-round magazine with extended mags. Now, rate of fire is difficult to determine on burst weapons. You have the burst rate of fire, but also the delay between bursts. So Exclusive Ace tested this, and he determined that it was around 980 rounds per minute with a 175 millisecond delay, but my own testing showed the burst takes about 13 frames to complete. That's around 1107 RPM. Add on rapid fire, and that is bumped up to 1200 RPM even. The shortest delay between bursts that I could get consistently was around 11 frames or 183 milliseconds. He may have a reason for rounding down that I'm unaware of, but regardless, this is actually pretty decent for a burst fire weapon. It's easily the most accurate rifle we have now. Don't even bother putting a grip on this. I did a recoil test and I couldn't see any difference at all. Like I said, we don't have hard stats, so I can't give you the damage profile, but I can tell you that this is a one-shot burst at almost any range on shipment. Throw advanced rifling on this on any other map and you will have a decent one-burst kill range. That is, if you can hit all 4 shots from your burst, because this weapon also does not have a 3-shot kill as far as I can tell. This is actually pretty typical of 4-round burst weapons in Call of Duty. The ADS speed for this is pretty standard for an assault rifle at 250 milliseconds. Now I have a best class setup for the ITRA Burst. I'll start with the class that I like to use on shipment. This is my go-to ITRA class on this map. For your division, you'll want to go with armored. Obviously, this is almost a necessity on this map with all of the grenades being thrown around. And for our basic training, we're going to use lookout. I feel like this is a really underutilized basic training because it's actually very good. I like to use the 9mm SAP with extended mags, but you can really change that to whatever you feel comfortable using. And I throw on frags with a concussion grenade, all pretty standard stuff. Now for the ITRA, we're going with high caliber, rapid fire, and extended mags. With high caliber, getting a single headshot does allow for you to miss 1 round out of your burst and still get the kill. The fire rate boost may seem negligible, but when you consider shipment moves insanely fast, I feel that it's worth it. The one drawback to this weapon is the magazine limit. Increasing that from 8 to 12 bursts total is well worth the extended mags. For maps besides shipment, we're going to change just one thing. Take off rapid fire and throw on advanced rifling. This will double your 1 burst kill range, and it's pretty significant, especially if you can hit those headshots further down range. Lookout really helps out here to spot those enemies and pick them off. Another adjustment I like to make is to throw on mountain instead of armored. This helps keeps you invisible on the radar until you are ready to strike. Well, I hope I helped you get an idea of how good the ITRA Burst is. If you can only select one of the new weapons to buy with armory credits, I would absolutely take this one. I got lucky with my supply drops. I had saved up and I'm only missing one of the new weapons, which I may just end up buying with credits. I do recommend you try to have some self-control and save supply drops for when events launch. I'm almost certain we'll end up with some new stuff in the next 2 DLC packs and possibly even smaller events outside of those. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you next time.